Order the meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission for the City of Apache Junction. Today's date is March 25th, 2025, and the time is 7 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Rudy, can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Chairman Hanchey.
Here.
Vice Chair Barker. Commissioner Gage.
Here.
Commissioner Starr.
Here.
Commissioner Bigelow. Commissioner Mikeland.
Here.
Commissioner Callan.
Here from afar.
We have 5 present, 2 absent. We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Rudy. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda and the minutes from the January 14th meeting.
Do I got a second?
Second.
Rudy, can I get a roll call?
Commissioner Callan.
Yes.
Chairman Hanchey.
Yes.
Commissioner Gage.
Yes.
Commissioner Starr.
Yes.
Commissioner Mikeland.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Rudy. There's one public hearing this evening, consideration of resolution number 25-05, approving conditional use permit case P-24-69-CUP, a request for the outdoor storage yard facility located within the Baseline Industrial Park. Erica?
Good evening, Commission members. My name is Erica Hernandez. I'm a planner on staff. I have a very short presentation for you tonight. This is a request by Grant Taylor with Empire Southwest for a conditional use permit to expand their existing storage yard facility for rental equipment. Here we can see that the existing storage yard facility is generally located on the see here, Winchester and 34th Avenue. And the 5 parcels that they'd like to expand to here are on Colt Avenue and 34th Avenue. See here, parcel 19, parcel 20, parcel 21, parcel 22, and parcel 23. The zoning for the existing facility is B5 PD, and the zoning for the 5 parcels are straight zoned B5. Just a little background about these parcels. The 5 parcels, they are part of the Baseline Industrial Park subdivision that was created in 1998. Lot 21, I will go back here. This parcel right here, this one right here, was granted a conditional use permit in 2020 that was expired this year. With the condition that they would put buildings on all 5 lots. It didn't occur, and the lots remained vacant. And here's the proposed site plan. In this subdivision, there is a 25-foot landscape easement throughout most of the subdivision. And so you'll see here the 25-foot landscape strip here along 34th Avenue, and then down on Colt here, and then it shortens to 10 feet, and then up again to 25 feet here on 36th Avenue. There will be a 8-foot CMU perimeter, sorry about that. There will be an 8-foot CMU wall around the entire perimeter of the lots, and it will meet the design aesthetic of the existing facility to the north. The entire site will be dust-proofed as well, and there will be 2 entrances, one off 34th right here, and then this is actually an existing entrance, and then here off 36th. As far as public input, there was a sign posted at the site. Notices were sent out to property owners within 500 feet of the subject site, and the case was advertised in the newspaper. A neighborhood meeting was held on August 20th, in which nobody showed up but me. Beyond that, staff has received no comments or concerns about this case. And with that, staff recommends approval of case number P-24-69-CUP, subject to the conditions of approvals found in the staff report. Now, the applicant does have a presentation, and after that, we'll be happy to answer questions. And I will bring up his presentation here. Grant, if you'd like to come up. Thank you.
Maybe I might need your notes. No, I'm just kidding. Grant Taylor with Empire Southwest, 1725 South Country Club Drive is where our headquarters is and where my office is out of. Thank you for taking the time to have this presented to you this evening. Erica went over most of the information that is there. I just wanted to cover a couple of things. It's been great to be in the city of Apache Junction. I was one of the original ones that brought in our facility back in 2008 or 9. Rudy was one of the individuals that helped us go through that process. So I just had my 20-year anniversary with Empire just this last week. So it's been a while. It's been nice to see this kind of evolve our property out here and expand a little bit more. As Erica mentioned, in 2020, we had this, if you can see my cursor, this stuff that's black in here. We expanded that, needing that yard. At that time, on this eastern boundary that's the canal, we have an existing CMU wall that we put there as part of the approval. However, this southern wall and then this east or western was chain link with slats, privacy slats. And to get the CUP, you've changed your approvals and some of the modifications in that to make it a full screen CMU, so that's what's different. That will be torn down now, and the entire perimeter will be done in that like-kind CMU block wall. It's 8 feet. We have that around the perimeter of our northern facility where we do everything, so there would not be anything that's different out of there. That's kind of the dimensions of the lots and the way they lay out. I think you're well aware of that. Erica showed the landscape plan that's part of this. Just some notes on what's taken place that she already went over as well. We need this land because right now we're actually doing, this is our rental facility that's located out of this particular facility where all of our rental equipment goes. We have rental equipment at our other locations, but this is centralized here. We have a lot of machines out on rent. The economy is fairly good. We anticipate a little bit of a slowdown maybe come the end of the year, and we need additional yard space. And so that's what we're asking for. Whether this will continue to be in this condition, I don't know, but I understand with this approval it'll be a perpetual designation for that, which would be great. As you know, the other one was 5 years and just coming up and just expired. So it's not to say that in the future we wouldn't build something on there. And if that time was to come, we may put a building on here. But for now, this is what our intended use is. And I don't have anything else unless you have some questions for me.
What dust control material are you going to use?
We have been using asphalt millings is what we do, and that's why that's black on that other one. We have a number of clients that have a lot of contracts with the state highway department, so we get those millings pretty good rate, and so it works very well. We find that we have to bring in a lot, though, and relay them, but we're not opposed to whatever it is there. If we need to put any additive on for it, but it seems to work well. That's what we have in all of our yard space there that's not asphalt.
Chairman. Yes. On the landscaping around, is our own requirement that it should be xeriscape, no irrigation, or is it?
I would love that, Commissioner. I mean,
Does it make sense to waste of water? Or
this
Say
is,
something
this
about-
is, this landscape plan is according to the requirements and what's designated probably by the association there, the baseline, and then meeting the city requirements as well. But xeriscape, no question, is a good idea,
Commissioner Starr,
and we're not opposed to that.
yeah, that is correct. So we have zoning ordinance requirements for it to be xeriscaped. And then also they have to provide irrigation to those plantings as well. But they need to be part of the it's the Arizona Municipal Water Association. It's just drought tolerant plants. And so it would be very fitting to the desert landscape.
I can't hear you all, what you said, but you basically said that we're stuck with the irrigation, right?
Correct. That's right. That's part of it, Commissioner Starr, yes.
Anything I could do to reduce our water bill there would be fantastic.
That water's coming in premium
Yeah,
these days.
totally understandable.
Ari, you got any questions?
Is there any reason?
No
why we
questions from me, nope.
Can't go to permanent with this instead of going to conditional? That was basically the thrust of the last meeting,
Well, for whatever reason, I chose to go with the
conditional.
instead of rezoning the property, because they don't know what their future plans probably are.
It's already zone B5.
Well, Commissioner, can I address that?
Storage.
Sure.
This is something that I don't know, this is the appropriate forum, but just to make you aware, in my opinion, it's a little bit conflicting. It's already zoned industrial, and this is a permitted use storage of equipment. And so I had that discussion with Rudy and with everyone else within the city is, why do I have to go through a public hearing to let the public aware of a permitted use in this zoning designation? And I think it's because of the way that things are written and maybe some previous history with storage yards and within the city boundaries, and maybe people that have been here longer can probably address it better than I, but wanted to protect themselves of not creating junkyards and so forth. And so I think there's a little bit stronger public input to make sure that those type of yards don't show up throughout your city as they have in the past. But for me, as us, you can also control that through, if we apply for the permit for the landscape for the building, your city people can look at that time and make sure that it meets it without having to go through this public process. And this is the second one I've done now in the next 5 years. We haven't had any public input because it's a permitted use. People are saying, well, why wouldn't you store equipment there? So.
Commissioners, that is correct. That is an accurate assessment. And going back to history, it is the conditional use permit criteria was used just for additional storage in any industrial zone, just to make sure that we are adequately buffering those uses, providing walls, landscaping, and that we're not getting an abundance of storage facilities within our city.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Yeah.
This time I need to close it and then ask for public input for it.
Unless you have questions of staff or more questions of the applicant.
So at this time I'd like to open it up to the public. Would anybody from the public like to speak? Going once? Going twice? 3 times? Now close it. now close out the public. We gotta go through the finding of facts as well. Anybody want to lead on the finding of facts? All right, I'll do it. All right, adequacy of roadways, off-street parking, public facilities, and service to accommodate the proposed use. I feel it does meet all these requirements. Anybody else have any contradiction and see why not? Number 2, negative impacts arising from the emissions of odor, dust, gas, noise, lighting, vibration, smoke, heat, or glare. I think this would adversely affect anything there. Anybody disagree? Contribution to the deterioration of neighborhood or the negative impact of neighborhood property values. Don't see it being detrimental in any way to zone for this. And if anything, they're putting the landscaping and wall in to help improve it. All right, compatibility with surrounding uses and structures. Perfectly conforms to this area, in my opinion. Anybody else disagree? All right, screening and buffering of uses. Yes, they are meeting all requirements with wall. Unique nature of the property, use and/or development physical characteristics. Parcels are zoned for this. All right. So, does anybody want to put a motion forward?
All right, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve conditional use permit case P-24-69-CUP, a request by Grant Taylor of Empire Southwest LLC for an outdoor storage yard facility located within the Baseline Industrial Park on lots 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23, subject to the following conditions of approval.
We don't have to list those conditions, but we can just say there's no.
Four conditions of approval.
Set forth in the report. Anybody want a second?
Second.
Rudy, I have a motion and a second. Can I get a roll call?
Commissioner Callan.
Yes.
Chairman Henchy.
Yes.
Commissioner Gage.
Yes.
Commissioner Starr.
Yes.
Commissioner Mikeland.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman. This conditional use permit is approved unless somebody appeals it to the city council within the next 20 days.
Outstanding. There is no old business.
No, sir.
There's no new business.
No, sir.
Do you have any information for us, Rudy?
Not me. Sydney, do you have anything? Not this evening, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Selection, meeting dates, times for the next meeting. Do we got that motion?
The last page.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission hold a regular meeting on April 8th at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers located at 300 East Superstition Boulevard. Do that too. In the event there are no items to be brought forward to the commission, these meetings may be canceled. Notification of cancellation properly posted and the commission notified by staff.
I'll second that. Rudy, can I get a roll call of the motion? in a second?
Commissioner Mikeland.
Yes.
Commissioner Callan.
Yes.
Chairman Henchy.
Yes.
Commissioner Gage.
Yes.
Commissioner Starr.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All now adjourn the meeting at 7:21 on Joel's birthday.
Yes.